Tonight. Are things going from bad to worse for Cam?
It's pretty heartbreaking.
And
what I'm saying is you could have pushed harder.
the black team comes to blows.
Listen, just listen.
I'm listening.
Cal has been an arse.
Then, Big Kev weighs in.
Your current weight is...
And
Cal, I need to know, what is your decision?
it's crunch time for Cal. And a shock departure
Sooner or later, something had to give.
no one saw coming.
After the challenge, there was a lot of disappointment we had lost. I thought the black team needed to sit down, have a little debrief.
I want to talk to you, Cal.
Yep, Shaz.
At the start, you know, there was a lot of screaming and yelling.
Let's go down.
You got to do two. You got to do two. You can't just do one.
I will do two.
You got to do two. Come on, back double time. Let's go.
It wasn't motivating, it was just bagging us. That's how it felt, and it was putting us down. Even if you were angry at it, a well done or something at the end might have been nice.
Do you know how frustrating it was to watch Mary continuously drag one
Yeah, okay.
all the way from the container all the way to the bottom, and she didn't stop, and then it was taking two of our people to carry one?
If we weren't doing it together, we wouldn't have moved even one.
Okay,
We
but-
couldn't, no, listen, just listen.
I'm listening.
We couldn't physically lift them ourselves.
What I'm saying is you could have pushed harder. That's all I'm saying.
It was annoying that he wasn't listening.
Let's go.
I'd spent a bit of time before that calming down Caitlin. It was really upsetting. I was getting very emotional.
We're known as the Smurfs, by the way, too.
The Smurfs.
Everyone, black team, call us the Smurfs.
How do you feel about coming in and we all know each other so well? Are you a bit nervous?
Mixed emotions about that one.
Yeah.
I'm an easygoing person.
I feel like I already know you anyway.
Yeah.
From watching you. Like, yeah. It's like you're a star.
I'm not really up myself that much. It's okay. You can touch me. You can touch me. It's fine.
Yeah, no, you'll fit in real well.
We've got our new member, Big Kev, so I'm sure he'll put an injection of energy into the whole team. But we're missing Cameron because he had to go and see the heart specialist.
Super nervous going to see a cardiologist. As the missus will probably know, I don't go anywhere unless I feel like I actually am dying. I've been getting heart palpitations.
When did they start?
I think it was Sunday.
So you've never had them before?
Never had them before. Started getting got a bit of pain in the chest, but also started getting a bit of pain in the arm.
So, but the heart was going?
Heart was still going there, pretty flat out.
We need to get you on a treadmill, get a picture of your heart before and after exercise so I can see what your heart's like under a bit of stress to try and bring out one of these episodes.
He's going to do a stress test, which to a country boy like me, he's like, oh yeah, what's he going to do? And realised that to be strapped in, had wires, everything hanging off me. I think there's a few choice words there. Yeah. I heard the treadmill. It's better than nothing. It's a pretty tense time, like, they didn't say much to me.
Oh, it's the heart racing there. What do we get it up to?
190.
Did you capture that and back your...
Got it. Yep.
I was already nervous going in here. Now it's just, this could be it. It's a pretty big moment, I suppose. Massive moment.
Right, Ken, what we found on the test today is a condition called supraventricular tachycardia, where the top chambers go very, very fast, and that's why you're experiencing the 220, 230 beats a minute. There appears to be some slight abnormalities. I think we should run a few more tests.
We need further tests done. I didn't take it too good. It's pretty heartbreaking.
So how's everyone feeling coming off the back of the challenge?
We've had a bit of a chat.
We had a chat, a talk. A couple of us were a bit annoyed at Cal with the attitude. We explained to him what upset us, and he explained to us that why he did it and why he got so angry.
You need to get over it, because what has happened has happened. Put it behind you and move forward. We've got a weigh-in looming. It's just around the corner. Let's get on with it.
We only lost the challenge. It's not the end of the world. It helped to identify some of our weaker points. So we've sort of identified things that we need to improve and get on with.
Just remember, guys, the longer you take, the more we get punished.
Well, this isn't punishment, this is training. I love Cal's competitive nature. It's going to rub some people the wrong way, and it's going to get other people on board. Tim, bring it on. How many squats you getting each time, Cal?
12.
12 squats, and he's going full range. If everyone looks up to Cal as being one of the fittest in the team, your job is to try and match it.
Teamwork comes pretty naturally to me. I've played footy for 30 years now, and I can sort of motivate and talk to people. I like to get into people's ears and just give them a reassuring word.
Jogging backwards, change.
It was kind of hard to get everyone to listen to Commando. That's why as soon as Commando would bark out his instruction, I'd sort of put it into a simplistic way, like just turn around or whatever.
Jogging, direction, change.
Back the other way, guys, back the other way.
Come on, everyone, switch on.
Get the ears open, guys, ears open.
After we confronted Cal about yelling at us in the challenge, he continued to do it in today's training session. It really, really annoyed me. He doesn't listen.
Keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
I always had my suspicions about Cal and how much he wanted to play the game, but knowing how much Cal ate in Temptation has definitely made it clear that he's here for himself and no one else. And I really hope that Cal doesn't take the $30,000 out of the town kitty.
This is easy. This is easy.
Cal has been an ass.
Tails, come on. We're looking a bit like a dad's army. Let's go, get up.
Back still this way, guys, clockwise, clockwise.
After all we had talked about, Cal was still yelling at us. I just want to go up into his face and just say, shut up.
On the move, on the move, on the move. Come on, guys, just pick a fast walk if you can.
You know, the focus as a team is not to fall apart, but my little personal focus is not to slap Cal in the face.
Next, Cam starts to crack.
Scared?
And later, will Cal take the cash?
Well, Cal, it's time. I need your decision. What?
Cam, hello, champ.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Missed the challenge yesterday?
Yeah, mate.
You went to see the doc last night?
Yeah, mate.
What'd they say?
Big words. I'm a country boy, so I couldn't take a lot of them in. Just talking a bit of jargon, but I've got some dysrhythmia or something like that.
What's going on in your head?
Scared?
Mate, being scared doesn't make you weak. Trust me that, my brother. It's how you deal with it.
I can't control it, mate.
Yeah? This might be the greatest blessing that ever happened to you, mate.
Oh, for sure, mate. I already know it is.
So I want you to change your head now and you go, oh my goodness, this is a blessing. You proved, not only to me and the rest of the blue team, but to yourself, what you are capable of right now in the first week.
Yeah, I know.
The biggest loser in the history of this show in week 1, and we've had some rippers, mate. We've had over 100 people come through these doors. And you're the best, the king of the pops at the moment. So don't let this take you down.
It's not going to take me down, mate.
So no more tears, but keep this in the game, mate. You're still an integral part of my team.
Mate, I'll just walk.
Keep an eye on these other
24 hours if I have to.
Just keep walking.
Believe in me, mate.
I do.
Because I'm going to do it.
Oi! This is a nice place to find my team. Usually I'm in here and you guys are wandering in. It was awesome. I walked into the gym and found my entire blue team getting ready to train. Usually I have to drag them down there. What a fantastic challenge yesterday. Congratulations to everybody. And we got the grand prize. Big Kev's back. Far out, I'm already.
You missed me, don't lie.
On day 1, Kevin was the biggest competitor we've ever had.
Kevin, your weight is 254.7 kilos.
I think the whole of Australia fell in love with Big Kev last time around. But so many doubted whether he'd be able to do it on the outside. Kevin's proven all those detractors wrong, because today he looks fitter, healthier, and happier than I've ever seen him. Remember this gym, mate?
Yeah. I do. I remember that treadmill.
Rest up. Don't quit. Hands off. Get back up. Time starts again. Up, Kev. Get forward. Get forward. I don't want you coming off the back. Hands off. I can see a lot of similarities in the way that Kevin and Mary think. In today's last chance training, I wanted to use Kevin as an example of what can be done. Kev's now running at 9.
You suck.
Welcome back, my brother. Seeing Kevin on the treadmill inspired Mary, and she lifted her intensity as well. Come on, for all those people who've been heavyweights and told that they can't do it, that there's no hope. Kev, they wouldn't even operate on you. A doctor wouldn't touch you, yet you came here and asked me to turn your life around, and look what you've done. 5, 4, 3, time. Kevin's proved to everybody that nothing's impossible, and I need to get his insight to get inside Mary's head so I can get the most from her. Already, with the weight that you've lost, your health's improved.
Dramatically, dramatically. Beyond belief. I never thought I would have been able to get to this point.
Mate, I can see your legs. That was red, inflamed skin.
My shoes have even dropped size because my feet were too fat before.
Incredible. What do you think you can run at for 30 seconds? Be fair dinkum with me this time, because I've got a number in my head and I reckon you can do it.
7?
No.
7.5?
No.
8? 8.5?
30 seconds.
If you got this, Mary.
Off you go. Okay, watch us on. Good girl.
Head
now
up,
look up
don't
for
look
me.
at that. Head up.
I want to be able to support Mary throughout this journey because it's where I was. It's where I was before, and the journey that she's going through is the one that I had to walk as well.
10 seconds to go.
Eyes up, Mary. Eyes up.
I can see a lot of myself in Big Kev. So for me, it's a real revelation to have him here.
Time.
Yes! Yes, Mary!
Kev, that's after week 1.
That's awesome. That's next level. That's awesome. Well done, Mary. I didn't do that. You smashed me.
It gives me a lot of hope. He's going to be a good training buddy.
All right, hands in. It's been a good week. Blue for life. Oh, you remember, son? Hey? The blue team have done so well this week, but I can't wait to get into this weigh-in and make sure we haven't fallen below the yellow line.
I've got to give my decision as to whether to keep the money or not. I feel like I'm being judged to a certain extent, but I think it's being more judged by people on moral high horses. It's just one of those things you can sit back and say, oh, I'd give it back, but would you really?
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hayley. It's been a big week for a change. Cal, you now have a huge decision to make. Temptation was too hard to resist. $30,000 enticed you to the food cart where you consumed over 3,000 calories. That $30,000 is yours if you choose to take it. But that money will be taken from the town kitty.
If Cal decides to keep the money, I'm going to be very disappointed in him. We've worked so hard for the $40,000. It's crazy.
It's not an easy decision to make, to wipe out 3/4 of that score and then still live in the house with these people. It plays on your mind a fair bit. If I decide to keep the money, I'm a marked man. I'll be put up for elimination and I'll probably be voted straight out.
Cal, what would $30,000 do for you?
$30,000 for me, Hayley, means a hell of a lot. I'm trying to build a house at the moment, and to be able to put that $30,000 towards it and knock that off the mortgage is massive. It's one of those tough ones. Do you be selfish or do you come across as pious? So
big decision.
Oh, it's massive. I look back and think I wish I hadn't taken Temptation here. Like, the pressure that comes with it. Half my hairs fell out, so yeah. So yeah, I don't like the stress too much.
Well, Cal, it's time. I need your decision. What? Cal, it's time. I need to know what your decision is. What?
I'm going to steal the money, Hayley. I'm going to run away with it. I got my burglar mask on and I'm going to run. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it, I think.
So you're taking the money?
Yeah, right, okay.
There was really not much negativity towards Cal. I'm sure a lot of people thought it in their brains, but Nobody was saying nothing.
Cal, after taking $30,000, the town kitty now sits at $10,680.
We've worked our butts off to raise that, 40 grand. For Cal to walk away with 30,000 of it, it's our future that has been dudded, really.
Well, guys, I know that figure up there may be disheartening. But remember, every kilo you guys lose today will add an extra $300 to that prize pool.
I'm pretty sure that the people of Ararat may get offended, but it is a game, and I'm pretty sure that there'll be chances down the track for us to make that money back up.
This week, we also welcome back a contestant from the Biggest Loser alumni for the very first time. Kev, you joined the competition at the challenge and you're now a very proud member of the blue team. Congratulations.
Thanks, Hayley.
Kev, you're safe from elimination tonight, so it's time to get your starting weight for the competition. The last time you weighed in was at finale. 198.6 kilos. Every kilo you have lost since then will contribute $300 to Ararat's town kitty.
Any weight that he loses goes towards our community, so that makes him a part of our community.
Kev, it's time to weigh in.
Walking towards them scales was like walking down memory lane. The very first time I ever entered the weigh-in room, I was concerned that I was going to break the scales. There was creaking and cracking under my feet. This time there wasn't, so I was actually happy about that.
Kev, at finale, you weighed 198.6 kilos. Your current weight is 185.9 kilos. Kev, congratulations. That's a loss of 12.7 kilos. Well done.
Thank you very much, Hayley.
Kevin, when we look back, you weighed in at over 250 kilos. What was life for you like that?
There was no life, Hayley. It was impossible to continue living that way. I couldn't sit in my own car without a seatbelt extension. Everything was a struggle. I needed my partner to help put on my shoes and socks. I couldn't do anything by myself.
What's the biggest difference you can feel?
My self-esteem, my self-control has increased, and overall I'm just happy. I'm so much happier than I was. I can't wait to see what happens when I start getting down to the 120s.
We're definitely going to accelerate Kevin's weight loss. He's done well on the outside, but he's going to do way better here in the Biggest Loser house. He's not just coming along for the ride, he's a participant in my blue team, and I expect him to lose big numbers.
Kevin, you've personally raised $3,810 for Ararat. Well done. That brings the balance of the town kitty to $14,490. Great job. Kev, that's a great effort. You can step down. Right, now all the housekeeping is done. Contestants, it's time to weigh in. Last week we started with the blue team. This week we'll be starting with the black team. The first person to weigh in from the black team will be Craig. Come on up.
First to weigh in, thought it's time to face the truth.
Craig, last week you weighed 170 kilos. Your current weight is 165.6 kilos. That's a loss of 4.4 kilos. Well done. Craig, 4.4. Is that what you were hoping for?
No, I was actually hoping for about double that, to be honest. Yeah, I've been eating right and done a fair bit of work in the gym and in the training sessions, but I need to do a lot more by the look of it. I was in quite a bit of shock. I knew what I'd done for the week and how stringent I'd been eating. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest.
Craig's been digging deep. This is our second week here at The Biggest Loser. You know, it's all about changing those habits, and Craig's definitely working on doing that.
Well, Craig, you can step down.
Thanks, Hayley.
Generally the first week, they strip big numbers. The second week, you know, the body's kind of out of whack. It's trying to adjust to the new nutritional plan and the training.
The next person to weigh in from the black team will be Jane. Come on up.
Losing 10 kilos last week, it just put me on a massive high. I want the good number. I don't want people to think that I haven't pulled my weight.
Jane, last week you weighed 111.1 kilos. Your current weight is 109.4 kilos. That's a loss of 1.7 kilos.
Same old disappointment, yeah. So I couldn't even crack 2 kilos.
Jane, how much do you think you still need to be here?
I tell everyone I don't need to be here because it's easier to say that.
So would you be perfectly okay to go home?
Yeah. And I've said that to the guys from the start. It's just me as a person. I'd rather take a bullet for them than one of them have to.
When you say that to yourself, and you express to the others that you'd be willing to go home, what's the other voice in your head saying?
Stop taking the easy way out.
There you go.
You can step down.
Chat. Oh, I was so disappointed in that. You know you're going to have bad weeks, but to get 1.7 like that was probably a wake-up call that I needed.
You all right? Yeah. All right, fast forward to old age. What do you want to see looking back from old age?
A life lived.
A life lived. All right, so in that moment and between now, what are you going to do in between? You've got to give yourself, that's right, you've got to fight. If you're here again, all of what's happened
it's gone.
Is forgotten about because you've got a new
So
week.
does that mean you're not going to bust our ass?
Of course I'm going to forget. Hey, but I can only push you so hard.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared to push yourself.
Yeah. I trust Commando probably too much because I know he's going to bust my ass, but I trust him totally.
The next person to weigh in will be Tony. Come on up. Tony, last week you weighed 114.7 kilos. Your current weight is 111.7 kilos. Caitlin, last week you weighed 124.9 kilos. Your current weight is 122.2 kilos. That's a loss of 2.7 kilos. Sharon, last week you weighed 101.1 kilos. Your current weight is 99.3 kilos. That's a loss of 1.8 kilos. And that brings your team's total weight loss so far to 13.6 kilos. A couple of weeks into your Biggest Loser journey now.
Yeah.
Do you miss your girls?
Oh, I do. I miss them so much.
What do you miss most about being away from them?
Playing with them. The reason I'm here is for them. Good job. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to play with my daughters and do everything with them. I want to teach them like how I water skied when I was little. I want to get out there and just rock it. But I can't show them how to do it when I can't do it myself anymore. I can't even pull myself out of the water. It'll change. I'm changing now. That's why I'm here. I'm changing my life. I don't want to go home. I don't want to get to the end of today and go home. I'm not ready to go home, and I know that. I need to stay in the Biggest Loser house as long as I can. Learn all the right things.
The next to weigh in from the black team will be Cal. Come on up.
Eating the 3,000 calories at Temptation, all eyes are on me, and there's a massive target on my back.
Cal, last week you weighed 122.1 kilos. Your current weight is?
There was a fair bit of pressure to pull a good number. If we fall below the yellow line today, I'm a dead man.
The next to weigh in from the black team will be Cal. Cal, last week you weighed 122.1 kilos. Your current weight is 120.8 kilos. That's a loss of 1.3 kilos. And Cal, that brings your team's total weight loss so far to 14.9 kilos. Cal, 1.3, how does that feel?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've had a bit of a rough week. I had the temptation and stuff like that, so if I take that food off, like, that goes up as well, so I'm on the right track, I think.
I'm a bit worried about Cal's weight loss. I will not be surprised if we're under the yellow line.
Do you think that you've let the black team down in any way this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I've let that black team down. If I've let the team down on that board, I'll more than happily put my hand up and take responsibility for the actions that I took.
Well, Cal, you can step down.
Thanks, Hayley.
The last to weigh in for the black team will be Kerry. Come on up.
I hoped for a good number because we had to bolster our figures up a bit, or else the blue team would probably go around us and put us under the line.
Kerry, last week you weighed 129.1 kilos. Your current weight is 124.6 kilos. That's a loss of 4.5 kilos, and that brings your team's total weight loss to 19.4 kilos. That gives your team a total weight loss percentage of 2.22%. Well done, black team. Kerry, 4.5, fantastic effort.
Yeah, I probably wanted 5, I reckon, but I suppose it's a bit tougher in the second week as we're finding out.
You're pretty hard on yourself, aren't you?
Oh, I know. You got to sort of. I suppose that's why we're here. That's why we got here. We weren't hard enough, I suppose. So.
Well, there's no doubt you're a fantastic competitor, which, Commando, we love to see, don't we?
Definitely.
And that's a fantastic result. Well done, Kerry. You can step down.
Kerry had a good weight loss last week, and to pull 4.5 kilos this week is fantastic. It's our biggest weight loss out of the whole black team.
Blue team, it's your turn to weigh in. To beat the black team and avoid elimination, you need to lose at least 16.6 kilos. Shannon, is that a realistic number?
It's going to be very tough. Last week we were served. The black team beat us in the weigh-in and Roger was sent home. If we fall below the yellow line and lose another team member, all this week's work could be in vain. And once again, the blue team will be shattered.
The first to weigh in from your team will be Natalie. Come on up.
I hate the feeling of having my name called and having to walk up that little line up to the scales. Like all eyes are watching and I just feel awful. I don't like it at all.
Natalie, last week you weighed 111.6 kilos. Your current weight is 109.1 kilos. That's a loss of 2.5 kilos. Natalie, 2.5 kilos.
Yeah,
happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. To lose that sort of weight in the second week, that's great.
And do you feel like the longer you're here, it's kicking in?
It's kicking in, yep. I mean, I missed my family so much, but I think my head's just turned around completely this week.
Well, it's great to see such a positive turnaround. Great result. You can step down.
Thank you.
If the rest of the girls in my team match Natalie's loss, the blue team are in a great place.
Katrina, last week you weighed 124.5 kilos. Your current weight is 123.5 kilos. That's a loss of 1 kilo and brings your team's total weight loss so far to 3.5 kilos. Mary, last week you weighed 170.4 kilos. Your current weight is 168.1 kilos. That's a loss of 2.3 kilos, and that brings your team's total weight loss so far to 5.8 kilos. Shannon, last week you weighed 91 kilos. Your current weight is 89.1 kilos. That's a loss of 1.9 kilos.
So we're down to the final two, the two boys. We need 8.9 kilos. I don't think we're going to get there.
Cameron, you look really nervous.
Sweating bullets.
Are you?
Absolutely sweating bullets.
Do you think you can do it between you and Matt?
Oh, everyone knows I've got a bit of a heart condition, so I've been on meds that I can't get my heart rate real high. In this last week, I've gone from 100 miles an hour to stop, pretty much. Don't get your heart rate up, you can't go in the gym, you can't do this, you can't do that.
So what have you been doing to ensure that you get a good number today?
I think I walked on the driveway for about 12 and a half hours.
Because of Cameron's heart condition, he's been placed on exercise restrictions all week. And you know what he did? He towed the line. His heart rate never went over 100 beats per minute, but he just did hours and hours of training, directly in line with the doctor's orders. It wouldn't surprise me if Cam does manage to pull over 4 kilos.
Well, Cameron, let's find out how you've done. Come on up. Best of luck.
Massive amount of pressure. I know I've done everything in my power to lose the big number, but looking at the numbers that are coming out of the scales today, it's not looking good.
Cam, last week you weighed 131.4 kilos. Your current weight is... Cam, last week you weighed 131.4 kilos. Your current weight is... 127.9 kilos. That's a loss of 3.5 kilos. Cam, 3.5, that's pretty awesome.
Considering what's going on in my life, yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic with that.
Your weight loss percentage is probably second, if not third highest across the board as we stand.
I'm so proud of that number. Everyone knows I've had to work double time. Last week, I felt bulletproof, honestly. This week, I feel like a shattered man. Why is it fit? Smash it out. Because once you get told you can't, there's nothing worse. I thought I was bulletproof. I'm just glad I had the guts to put my hand up and say something's wrong. Ever since I've walked in that door, I've probably changed my whole outlook on life. I feel so strong in myself now. I know I can do it. You guys just need to believe in yourselves, and it's simple.
Well, Cameron, we await the test results and we hope they're good news, but 3.5 kilos, given your condition, is amazing. You should be very proud. Well done.
Thanks, Hayley.
Cameron's an inspiration, and I believe he cemented his spot here in the Biggest Loser house.
Matt, you're the last to weigh in for the blue team. In order to beat the black team and stay above the yellow line, you need to lose at least 5.4 kilos. Matt, best of luck. Come on up.
Thank you. Realising that I needed to achieve 5.4 or better to put the black team below the yellow line, I felt quite confident that I have done enough to achieve that figure.
Matt, last week you weighed 113.7 kilos. Your current weight is... 112.3 kilos. That's a loss of 1.4 kilos, which brings your team's total weight loss to 12.6 kilos. And that brings your team's total weight loss percentage to 1.7%. And unfortunately, Matt, you and the blue team have fallen below the yellow line and will be facing elimination.
Yeah, I'm rather shocked by that result. Put in a lot of effort this week and I feel so much better. My body's the best it's felt 3 or 4 years. I mean, that's a little bit of a kick in the backside, but I did drop weight. Not enough to save the blue team from going to elimination, but I did drop weight. And I feel bloody good about that weight loss.
Well, Matt, I hope you're here next week. You can step down.
Thank you. I know I've still got a long way to go, but I'll give 110%. I'll give everything I can.
Black and blue team together this week, you've lost a total of 32 kilos. Well done. That means you've added another $9,600 to the town kitty, bringing your total so far to $24,090. Great job.
$24,090, all for the town of Ararat, which is why most of us are here.
A special round of applause must go to Kerry. Congratulations, you are the biggest loser of the week. Well done.
Thanks, Hayley. He's probably under false pretences, having Cam's injury, so...
Take it, mate.
Yeah, I know I will, but yeah, no, it's just sort of...
Well done, Kez.
Yeah, well done.
I think Cam, if he had been fit and healthy, he probably would have got biggest loser easy. He was only a kilo behind me and he couldn't do the full-on training, so yeah, it was bittersweet, but I'll take it.
Unfortunately, blue team, you have fallen below the yellow line and you will be facing elimination. But this elimination will be very different to the last.
It's always the biggest loser twist.
Today, your entire team is up for elimination.
What the?
Excluding Kevin, any one of you can be sent home today. Black team, this could be the opportunity for you to get rid of a threat in the opposing team today. So think very carefully before you make your decision. Blue team, unfortunately, one of you will be heading straight home to Ararat tonight. So I suggest you go and pack because your fate now lies in the hands of the black team. I'll see you all in the elimination room shortly.
Thanks, Hayley.
Thanks, Hayley.
It was horrific having to say goodbye to my blue team, having absolutely no idea who was going home. The black team proved last week that they mean business. It's game on.
The fate of the blue team lying in the black team hands. It's pretty surreal. It shows you that this is a game. Let's play.
Black and blue teams, welcome to the elimination room.
Thanks, Hayley.
Tonight, for the first time ever in this competition, an entire team was up for elimination. That was the blue team. But you may notice there's one person missing from the elimination room. That's Cameron. Contestants, Cameron has something that he needs to tell you all.
I have to leave. The ticket's no good. So, I'm finished as of now.
So the medical results were back, and there's an underlying problem with Cameron's heart that's been there for some time. They're not 100% sure of what it is yet, and it requires further tests. What we do know is that it's not medically safe at the moment for Cameron to continue.
Cam, are you okay?
I'm a bit scared, to be honest.
Being scared doesn't make you weak. It was only a matter of time until the heart that's the problem and the way that you were treating it, mate, gave up. So whether that was walking down aisle 3 at work or whether it was playing with the kids or driving to work, sooner or later something had to give. This is a blessing in disguise, bud.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. I didn't want to let these guys down.
You haven't and you won't, mate.
You haven't, mate.
Never. He was the best thing that happened to our team. And even though we're really going to miss him, I would hate him to stay for the wrong reasons. And we want Cam to be here for years.
Thanks, Jim.
I'm heartbroken, but I want him well. I want him well.
Just remember, mate, there's something wrong with your heart, not the size of it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Shannon, we've never ever seen a contestant lose 15 kilos in the first week. He's a pretty amazing person.
I think a pretty amazing role model to his kids, more importantly, Hayley. That was his major focus when we came here. You lost over 10% of your body weight in a week, and the second week you were the biggest loser in the blue team. Mate, that's the type of example I'd want to be setting for my kids. They're going to be so proud of you.
I can speak for all of us. You're an inspiration, mate. You're our raging bull, and at the moment we just can't wave a red flag in front of you, buddy, but get yourself well, and I'll be the first one to put that red flag back up, mate, and get you charging again.
Thanks,
no worries.
You guys need to know that you can do this. You just have to get off your asses and get in the gym and burn it out. Take the moment for what it is. Don't get up there and say, did I do enough? You've got to do enough. I know it's hard. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. You miss your families, you miss your friends. And I'm leaving this house knowing that I can do this. And I'm being 100% honest with all this. I can do this. But I just want to say thanks to all this. Didn't know you all when I come in, but I do now. We'll be mates for life.
Cameron, unfortunately, it is time for you to say your goodbyes.
Yep.
We are going to miss you, and we wish you the very best of luck. So get home to your beautiful wife and kids and get well, and we will see you all very soon.
Thanks, Hayley. Thanks very much. Excellent. Kerry called me the Raging Bull. Yeah, as soon as these tickets are sorted out, I'll be up and firing again, trust me. Might be a 90 kilo ball instead of a 150 kilo ball. Suits me fine. I've had a life-changing moment in that house. I can do things I thought were impossible. The biggest loser's given me my life back.